Hi, family. My name is Linda Robinson, and I did tell you that I was getting my ileostomy reversal surgery done, and I did get it on May the 5th. All the glory goes to God. It was scheduled for April the 28th, and the scheduler kind of dropped the ball, so they had to push it out one more week. And from what supposed to took 6 weeks from February the 4th, went from February the 4th until May the 5th. And so if you waiting or knowing you're going to get a reversal, I'm just letting you know there may be some hindrance. Not saying it will be, but just some things just come up, like the scheduling, for the things you have to have done. Some of it takes time. I have a problem with the insurance company pushing things out because they have to have like 15 days for this, and things just kind of trickle down. But all the glory goes to God. It's done. The surgery went well. I do have some complications afterward. I ended up getting a very bad infection, and I'm on antibiotics now. And I actually see my surgeon again today. I saw him Friday, just passed, and it was like severely infected, and he had to open it up, take some of the staples out, and clean all the infection out, and I feel much better. I kind of knew something was off because just the way I was feeling, but God is in control. I promise you. I was just wanted to let you know, if anything that you're going through, that that you just sometimes just feel like, why me? Just give it to God, because He is amazing, extraordinary, and I don't get like overly concerned or really much concerned about things that go wrong, because I have so much faith that no matter what I go through, He is going to give me the strength to endure. And He is such an amazing God. Through this trial of going through with the ileostomy, because I never really gave the details on how I ended up with one, and it was the end of January, I think like the 29th, when I got sick with the neurovirus, and I didn't know what it was. Had just got a ship. My work, I'm self-employed. I had just got a really great order the day before, and I was working on it, and I just started getting really nauseated in the afternoon, and that's something that's very rare for me, to get nauseated. And by that night, about 9 o'clock, I had to stop working, and I had told my sister, I said, I got to go lay it down. I said, because I feel any better, and I am so nauseated. And by the time I got to the bed and couldn't even pull the covers up, I was in the bathroom, and it came up. Everything I had eaten earlier that day had come up full force. And I remember the last time I had eaten was like 2 something, but when it came up, it was like none of it digest really. And but I felt much better, and I went to bed. But during the night, it got worse, and I tossed and I turned, and nausea just came back. So by that morning when I got up, it was just awful. And then my stomach went to rumbling. And so at the same time as the nausea setting in, the diarrhea started, and oh my God, I was a mess. And so I'm running to the bathroom, doing both at the same time. But this time it was so violent, the vomiting was, that my stomach was actually just snatching and jerking. I couldn't catch my breath. And afterward, I just felt like I had ran a marathon. I was sweating bullets. I thought I was going to pass out. And afterward, I felt better again. That was the last time with the nausea. I did find some nausea medicine that I had, some old medicine that I had, and I took that, and that helped. But the diarrhea was like very, very severe, and that was on a Thursday. And so by all day Thursday, and I kept noticing, like, when I wiped, in the front that I had poop on the tissue. And I was like, dang, I said, this, diarrhea is so violent. I said, so serious. And I was like, it's getting all over everything. But it took me to about 3 o'clock that Friday morning to realize that it was coming. It wasn't coming from where it's supposed to come from. it was coming from my vagina. And I couldn't believe it. I had never heard of it. I Googled it, and they told me exactly what it was. It said it was a rectovaginal fistula, and to seek medical attention immediately. And I did after it sunk in that yes, this is actually happening. And I went to the ER, and sure enough, that's exactly what it was. And that was on that Friday, and I got transferred to from Perry to Warner Robins Hospital, and Dr. Marty was able to do the surgery that Tuesday on February the 4th. And he's an amazing surgeon, and I couldn't ask for better staff. I mean, nurses, I mean, everybody just smiles, and I love like the staff. I mean, it's like God just lined them up for me. I mean, everybody was amazing. And after the surgery, I didn't know. I did have he gave me the 3 options on what was going to happen once he got in there, because he didn't really know what he was going to find. So it wasn't until after the surgery that I knew that I had to get the bag, ileostomy, or the stoma. And it was a little surprising, because I really felt like, he's just he was just going to go in and fix it, and everything's just going to be okay, and I wouldn't have to have the balloon thing he thought I might have to have. Well, he didn't think it. He said, give me the 3 options. And he said, but that will be temporary. And then he said, if you go in and everything was like a mess, then I would have to have, the bag for a while. But it all was temporary. And so after the surgery, he said that he gave me the bag because he just wanted to make sure, for my best interest, that the fistula completely healed. And he gave me the bag for 6 weeks, and we endured that. And it didn't bother me that I had it, and it was trial and error the first week, but and my husband was amazing. I mean, so amazing, and he helped me through it, and and we learned together, how to do it. And we did have a training at the hospital, but still trial and error once you get home. But it didn't bother me about having one, because like I said, it was just something that was added to me, and I felt like it was necessary. It saved my life, and I was grateful for it. And I was also tremendously grateful that it was temporary. And for those who have one permanently, I mean, I feel you, and I understand, and the work that goes along with it. Because mine with the ileostomy, it like leaks all the time, so it's like taking care of a newborn baby. And there is no like one bowel movement a day. No, you're taking care of just like a newborn. When you eat, you fixing to go clean it, and then during the day you're gonna get up at night with it. But God is good, and whatever we need to endure anything, I mean, He gives us the power and the energy. And when we don't have any strength left, His strength is like so powerful, and He's just amazing. And I just tell you to trust in God and hold on to Him, and He will give you everything you need. And just like I said, then when I had this surgery, because it was like, oh, if you did so well with getting the ileostomy, you're gonna do great when they just put it back together. But this surgery like hit me harder than when the surgery with the ileostomy, because I felt like really good. I had pains, that gave me meds and stuff for, and kind of kept kept them down. But this time, it was like more extreme. Not saying that whoever hasn't had one, not saying you're going to go through it, but it was more intense. The pain was more intense the day of surgery and the day after. And the complications, I ended up having indigestion, something I never, heartburn, like never had to deal with before, severely. And the nausea. And I remember like just not feeling good when I woke up from this surgery. The first surgery, when I woke up, I felt like amazing. and so I did amazing throughout the whole process of it. And this one, and it may be because my body has been through so much with the surgery being not just a few months apart, and then I had to have a colonoscopy, so that's more stress on my body. So I'm thinking that had something to do with it. And for some reason, I kept a low-grade fever. When I was in the hospital, they gave me Tylenol for it. And when I got home that Wednesday, I had surgery that Monday on the 5th, and I came home that Wednesday. And I still had the same low-grade fever, so I just kept taking the Tylenol for it. And it lasted for a few more days. And I just didn't feel good. And we're not saying that anybody that have surgery is going to feel good, but I just was kind of comparing it to the first surgery I had. so that's why I keep saying that, because I really felt good. And as the days went on, I had 10 staples, and they had packed it to keep the opening so it can heal from the inside out. And the day of surgery, it bled through the gauzes, and it got like through my gown and all over the bed, and so they got it changed. And so they put another dressing on it, and they kept checking on it, and it was good. And so when I went home that Wednesday, they had to take out the packing that they had put in. And Eric, my husband, said that it reminded him of like the clowns at the circus, when someone pulls the handkerchief and they just keep coming and coming and coming and coming and coming, just keep pulling it out. And he said it reminded him when they were pulling out where they had packed my incision with, and it was sticking out through the staples, and he pulled it, and he pulled it all out. And so that day, quite a bit of fluids and stuff came out and got all over the bed and everything again. And then once we cleaned it up, it kind of stopped. And so I went home that Wednesday, and I'm supposed to change the dressing at least every 2 days, unless it comes through. But every 2 days it was clean. So I went from that Wednesday to the following Wednesday, and I just didn't feel good. And I kept telling Eric, I saw him so exhausted. And I said, I just don't feel good. And so that Tuesday night, I did run another low-grade fever. Oh, the fever I had was always low-grade, 99.9, 99.6, 99.1. Take the Tylenol, it goes right back down. And so Tuesday night, I had a fever like maybe 2 or 3 days before. But that Tuesday night, I did run another low-grade fever. And that Wednesday, exactly 1 week when I got out of the hospital, I looked down, and my gown, it was just like at the hospital. The blood and stuff had come through, and the drainage had come through my gown and stuff. And so Eric helped me change the dressing, and we went on. That was on that Wednesday afternoon, and that during the day, that Wednesday night, I was in the kitchen, and I felt like my leg wet, some wetness, and when I looked down, it had come through the gauze and was like running down my leg. And then when I looked at the floor and didn't realize it, there were like little droplets everywhere I had walked, like little droplets all over the floor. And so I when I cleaned it up, and it wasn't any more painful, but it was just draining. And I figured, because we were kind of happy, like, okay, there it goes. I know he said it was healing from the inside out, and they left for the drainage. So that was that night. So about 2 that morning, Thursday morning, but of a.m., like super early, I woke up, and and it had drained again, all over my gown, like a puddle was in my gown, where it had come through the gauze, and I got up, and it got all outside the bed, running all over the floor. And so I called my surgeon that Thursday morning, and they made an appointment. She said that was probably normal, and because it was still kind of clear, and but I told her I didn't know if the volume was okay. And so she was like, to be on the safe side, we're just gonna bring you in, because Dr. Marty will be seeing patients in the morning. And I was like, okay, good, great. And so and she asked about the smells. I know it doesn't smell anything, and that was that Thursday morning. But by Thursday afternoon, it got thicker. The smell started up. So by the time I got to Dr. Marty that Friday morning, it was bad. The smell was bad. The thickness was bad. The color was, the discoloration of it was all off. But he came when he came into the office, and he started to pull the dressing off. And before I could even explain to him what was going on, he pressed it, and and it just skeeted out. And he knew immediately what it was and what he had to do. And so he opened it up and got it all cleaned out and got me on antibiotics. Right now, the discoloration is still a little off, and but I feel so much better. Oh my goodness, I feel so much better. And the smell is completely gone, and so I know I'm on the right track. And I don't have but a couple more days of antibiotics, and so it isn't clear. It isn't clear yet, but I'll see what he says today, and then I will let you guys know. But I just want to let you know, just stay prayed up. God got you. He got you as he had me, as he got me. I mean, whatever I go through, he's with me. He is with me, and I give him all the glory and all the praise, and I thank him for his mercy, and because he is such a wonderful God. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and just drop them in the comments. And if you like my video, give me a thumbs up, and if you know anyone who may benefit from it, please share it. And I love you guys, and the best to all of you.